Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, and good Friday afternoon. Welcome into this, another edition of the Auburn Blitz. I'm Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. We appreciate all of you out there being with us today. Been a fun week. We'll kind of close things out today. And again, looking forward to SEC Media Days as they will get underway next week. That should be a lot of fun. We'll get a lot of, we'll get some useful information. We'll get a whole lot of non-useful information, but nonetheless, it will be fun. Auburn won't be on the podium until Thursday, so a lot will take place between then and now. But the media will pick the SEC. It was interesting. I was, reading a couple of articles or something, and they said who do you think, David? I don't know if you read this. Okay. The last team not named Alabama to be picked to win the SEC, who would that be? The last team not named Alabama to be picked by the media to win the SEC.
Georgia.
It would be your Auburn Tigers in 2015.
Wow. Really?
You know what Auburn finished in 2015? Last in the West.
And this year, we're picked to finish last in the West.
Yeah.
So
maybe it's a reversal.
that's how we do.
That's true. Last time Auburn, of course, won the West, 2017. Not predicted to win it that year, but Auburn, of course, won the SEC outright last time, 2013. It has been a while since Auburn has won an SEC title. About time to correct that, or at least start to head toward correcting that.
Yeah,
one way or the other. But so that I just thought that was pretty interesting. I had forgotten, and it made sense. I mean, Auburn having the year they did in 2013, coming back in 2014 and having a pretty good year, being I think number one in the country at one time. Before a couple of losses, but 2015, Auburn predicted to win the West and not able to get it done. That was the year that Jeremy Johnson was supposed to take over, and the usher in a new era of Auburn athletics, and it didn't quite happen.
It didn't pan out.
No. But again, if you got anything you'd like to talk about today, Fridays are kind of an a la carte. Anything that you'd like to talk about, we'd love to talk about it with you. 254-6221 is our number here, or you can dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page. That's Sports with a Z, and comment away. There's a pretty in-depth and very interesting article about NIL on Inside the Auburn Tigers by Philip Marshall. You can tell a ton of research has gone into this. I suggest you go and read it. Again, it's lengthy, and it goes in-depth about collectives and all these different kind of things. But we'll talk about a little bit of that today, just kind of talk about some of the highlights of it. There's some interesting points that are made, and he talks to Rich McGlynn, the Associate Athletic Director at Auburn. And I came away of two minds about this, and I'd like to get your thoughts on it, David, but we'll talk about that a little bit. The Major League Baseball draft coming up next week as well. Auburn looking to have several guys taken. You brought out an interesting, I think, or a kind of a telling statistic on the Auburn baseball website today.
Yeah.
Some Auburn players
pretty much projections from D1 baseball.
I mean, we're talking first or second round, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Auburn had, I think, 3 or 4 players in the top 100 players in the country.
Yeah.
Now, that's college players. That's not including high school players,
Yeah,
correct?
that's right.
So how does that? I mean, how does that factor?
Well,
in? You gotta
I'm not.
figure-
I'm not sure if D1 baseball. Yeah, I guess it was just college, and they always draft a bunch of high school.
Oh yeah. So you figure? I mean, would you figure half? You would figure half college, half high school, or is it more high school? Is it more college these days?
It depends on the year and the need and the positions
Yeah.
with each team. It's a crapshoot.
At least, though, you would think there's half as many high school players out there that's
Yeah.
going to be drafted. So but still, though, Blake Burkhalter, Sonny DeShera, Trace Bright, for that matter.
Yeah.
Those guys are looking to be drafted in the first
Yeah.
4 or 5 rounds.
When we get to that, we'll look at those numbers. It's very interesting. And Auburn put this on their Facebook page, so it's not bogus information. It's actually what D1 baseball is projecting from a numbers standpoint. And I think the folks will be surprised at a couple of them for sure. So.
Auburn practicing right now. Bruce Pearl and the Auburn basketball team get 10 extra practices because you schedule an overseas trip. I think a wily old Bruce Pearl, that's get 10 extra practices in if you're going to go overseas. And they're going to Israel. This is later. It's later in July, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And so some talk about that. How practice is going. Chance Westry, the incoming freshman, 6'6", 190-pounder. A lot of talk about him and how he is looking and what a difference maker he might be this upcoming year. It's going to be a lot of fun to be able to see him and Traor for that matter, and to see how they fit into this Auburn basketball team and what they look like, what the team's going to look like moving forward.
Andy, I hope to get over there for a couple of workouts, and maybe I'll get some.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Sneak your phone in there if you can.
Oh, I always got my phone.
We appreciate all of you out there being with us. We will start today with this NIL deal. Now, I don't know if you had a chance to read over this. I don't know if you had a chance to look at the article.
Yeah.
But the headline that that jumps out at you right off the bat. We keep talking about, and a lot of people keep saying Auburn is so far behind on the NIL deal. So far behind, we're behind.
Yeah.
And that's why, recruiting's not going well and all these different things. Okay. So, again, you can disagree with this. You could say you can have a different opinion. You say, I don't trust Philip Marshall. Okay. He's been doing this for a long time. He doesn't just put stuff out there for no reason. This is, he's talked to people. He's talked to a lot of different sources that are, this is what they say. Auburn athletes have received more than $6 million since profiting off their name, image, and likeness became legal 1 year ago. $6 million. That's, a little bit over $6 million. That, according to Associate Athletic Director Rich McGlynn. And that is near or at the top of the SEC. Now, you got to understand, this is an average. The average dollar figure for NIL across college is $3,000. At Auburn, the average is $5,000. The thing about this, though, that's an average, sure, but the scale is wildly out of proportion.
Yeah.
You got a few at the top making millions.
Yeah.
And then you got some at the bottom making hundreds.
Yeah.
And so,
And this is taking into account every sport.
Every sport, every athlete.
Yeah.
So he says Auburn kids and Alabama kids are about the same. Alabama has 2 kids that generate most of theirs. Auburn has 2, Suni Lee and Jabari Smith, that generate most of theirs. We have a lot of other kids making a lot of money. So, this is to say, so is the narrative that Auburn is behind accurate? McGlynn says no. When you talk to our counterparts at every school, no one thinks they're doing it well. Our kids made $6 million. If a kid wants to come to Auburn, money isn't going to be the reason he doesn't. Now, on one hand, that makes you feel good, right? Okay, Auburn is there now. Maybe there's still so much more to do.
Yeah.
But
It puts to bed the rumor that you spoke of at the beginning.
yeah, but
That we're
Auburn,
so far
I mean,
behind.
Auburn is, athletes at Auburn are profiting from NIL.
Yeah.
That cannot be disputed. They are profiting, and they're profiting, on the average higher than most other colleges out there.
Yeah.
And even most in the SEC.
Including SEC, exactly.
So, okay, that makes me feel good. The other part of it, though, and this is how my mind works. So I say, we got 4 recruits in our recruiting class right now for football. If money's not the problem, then we got a whole other bigger problem. Why are they not coming to Auburn then?
Yeah.
So if it's not the money, if we could say, well, until we get this, if we get this NIL thing, then things are going, it's like lighting a fire, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that's not the problem, that doesn't make me feel good. That makes me feel worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not coming just because they don't want to come. So, again, I don't know how you feel about it, and there's a whole lot more to this, and that's just one aspect of the art. I suggest you go out and read the whole thing. It's really interesting. It breaks down a lot of it, and you get a little bit better idea and perspective about NIL in general. So we got to take our first break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. Relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours, Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
At Glenn Smith in Opelika, we're celebrating our 30th anniversary. Check out these Hot July offers on powerful full-size Chevy and GMC trucks. The Chevy Silverado discounted up to $6,500 off. Or the GMC Sierra $5,000 off. Plus, get financing as low as 0% on several models. New inventory is arriving daily.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the ground or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you for about 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Beautiful, beautiful Friday afternoon out there. We're talking about NIL, and the article that Philip Marshall wrote about that kind of really takes a deep dive into it, and especially about Auburn. Here's the other aspect to it, and we were talking during the break, David. The NIL Auburn, that's kind of these, when you talk about, I mean, you got to kind of separate these two things, but you got your kind of normal where the kids, sign with corporations and whatnot, and this and that. And now you've got these collectives, which these are boosters and fans and whoever wants to be, invested into it. And they basically, and this is what has kind of gotten into recruiting, and you're seeing, we'll set you up with this deal if you'll come play for this guy, which is not technically legal, I don't think, but somehow they get around it. But anyway, so NIL Auburn, that was the Rick Davison, former Auburn baseball player, started that. That was kind of a big deal, big announcement. It was going to be, this thing. That's already been bought out by a group headed by Wesley Spurl, who is a physician who actually lives in Tuscaloosa, but he is a 1983 Auburn graduate, I believe, and a pretty big donor. So they are apparently, McGlynn says that he has some of Auburn's very wealthy donors involved. So it's gotten even bigger now, this collective. And this is something that we've been working on all the time, and it should really help us move the needle. Our kids made millions of dollars, even excluding the collective. Our kids are thriving and doing great at it. Okay, so there's supposed to be some big announcement coming up with that in the next month or so about that, Auburn collective. Here's the other thing that I thought, and I'd like to get your opinion about this. So they say, if our kids made $10 million, they said they made $6 million. But they say, let's just say they made $10 million. We need them to make $30 million in the long haul because that's what it's going to cost. That's the moving forward. Okay, you got to get bigger and better and all this kind of thing. We got to figure out a way to get the 85,000 people in that stadium on Saturday to donate to this collective so that we can get out and get the best players possible. So, I mean, that's basically what it's come down to now. You're going out there and buying players. You're trying to buy the best players money can buy. Get the best players money can buy, right? I mean, so that's just the way it's going to be from now on, or at least for the foreseeable future. Whether like it or lump it or hate it, that's the way it's going to be.
Well,
so,
Andy,
let me say that.
Oh, go ahead.
So I'm sitting there thinking about this today, and this is what comes through my mind. Okay, you went to school at Auburn, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, whatever. You can kind of adjust it depending on when you went to school. I went to school at Auburn in the 90s. Let's say I spent 10 grand a year. Tuition, books, room and board to go to school. So if I was there for 4 years, I'd drop 40 grand. I paid Auburn $40,000 to go to school and get an education. And that education allowed me to go out and get a job to provide for myself and my family. And that's now, and give me the affluence that I wanted in life. Okay, and that would be most every Auburn graduate, I would think. I'm sure. There are obviously exceptions, but that would be about what you're talking about, right? And you would adjust that for whatever part you went to school. So you want me just because I love Auburn, because I went to Auburn. You want me to give you my money that I paid Auburn to get that education, and now that I earn through my hard work. You want me to give you that money so that you can pay a kid who's never going to pay a dime to Auburn for anything and already makes $1,000 in stipend, and now you want to make thousands of more dollars, if not millions of dollars, just to come to Auburn to pay nothing so he can play football or basketball or baseball or whatever. Now, just off the surface, I think that I don't know if I would really want to do that.
No.
I don't know.
But Andy, that's a great point. I can tell you're fired up today. You're passionate about this. But look, we're just playing the game that has to be played because of this stupid leniency that has come upon us with this NIL and the portal and all the new changes. Look, I was a school teacher for 30 years, okay? I didn't make a whole lot of money, okay? I've worked my tail off even after teaching, doing other jobs, things, to be able to enjoy my retirement years. Between those 2 tickets that I pay for those season tickets and that parking pass to be able to park about half a mile from the stadium so I know I've got a parking place every home game, Andy, that's about all I can afford right now. They're going to have to depend on somebody else other than me. I get the concept, but I just can't do it right.
That's what I just wonder. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of people that would be absolutely. I would love. Show me where I sign up.
Yeah.
But I just wonder how many fans are that willing to do it?
No,
or how many fans are just like,
if I had the resources, I would, but I don't.
Why do I want to pay a guy who's getting a free education that I had to pay for?
No. It's right here. It's a head scratcher.
Yeah. So I know this. I would cheer for Auburn if they were FCS, or if they were Division II or Division III.
Right.
But I get that everybody, that's not the. That's not the realistic. Auburn's got to be, in the SEC, and they got to be in the top of the country, and to succeed and all this. But I don't know how. I just don't know how this is going to work out.
It's crazy.
Anyway, if you got any thoughts on it, let us know. 256-234-6221. More to come right after these important messages.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new, convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you for about 30 more minutes. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Talking about NIL, talking about anything that you'd like to talk about. We will change gears here, but first some comments come rolling through. Dale says, I realize this is Auburn Blitz, and yes, I'm a lifelong Auburn fan. I love Auburn football, but let's just be real. By late September, we'll all be saying basketball season can't get here soon enough. A lot of confidence in the season.
That's my brother, and he and I totally disagree on this subject, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Jim says, sounds as if NIL money is in other sports, not football, or at least the top paid players. I think it sounds like there's some big-time donors that are wanting to donate to basketball and to baseball, but I don't think that speaks for the majority. I think still the majority of big-time donors for Auburn are still wanting to donate to football program. Now, some of them might not specifically like the head coach at the moment, and maybe they are not. And I'm sure that goes on for sure. Bill says prospects and their parents are still playing wait and see because of the coaching melodrama in February. Every other coach is telling them Harsin may not last 6 months. If we get off to a fast start, they will come. Steve says, does the article say how much the top 2 at Auburn made or how much just the football programs paid? I mean, if we spent $4 of the $6 million on those 2, maybe that's why football is behind. Yeah, it doesn't say specifically how much SUNY Lee or Jabari Smith, made. I'm assuming they probably were in the millions, so I don't know, to be perfectly honest. Jamie says, Andy, what you just said is what was said to my son at graduation at Auburn in 2017. It was not taken well. Period. I'm not sure if I know exactly what he's going for there. Bill says, agree with Andy on all the NIL stuff. Totally changes the dynamic of what the student athlete and getting an education should be. They already get a fantastic opportunity. Just getting a scholarship, NIL will always be about finding ways to pay players and more. And again, don't get me wrong. I got no problem. I got no problem with a kid being able to capitalize on his name. And being a star athlete at Auburn, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
You go out and sign with a corporation, but when you start, it's when you turn it on the fans who are already there supporting and to say, it's all about you. We got to get that 85,000 people to donate. You got to give your money to this so we can go out and buy these players. It's not about buying players.
Well, then freeze.
I don't want to be a part of buying players. Now, for a player to capitalize on his name and likeness when he gets to Auburn, wonderful. More power to him.
Yeah.
I got no problem with that, and I think that's what the idea of NIL was supposed to be. It was not supposed to be about buying players. It never was. And that's the part that I cannot get behind.
We're going to price ourselves out of business, Andy. I mean, look, okay, if you want me to continue to give money to buy players, then freeze the price of season tickets for a few years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that goes up every year.
Oh, yeah.
This is turning into insanity. And let me say this about football. I'm sure some people would disagree with me. If this thing goes south with Harsin, you can't just blame Brian Harsin because he's not gotten the support from boosters and the people that he needed to get with that coup back in February. If this thing goes south, it's a snowball down a hill with the recruits not coming because of what other coaches are saying, fans out there yang about how bad Harsin is, yada, yada, yada. It's a snowball rolling down a hill, and it's going to have a cumulative effect. That's why anybody that's an Auburn fan better hope and pray and get behind this coaching staff that this year's football season is ultra successful. If it is, with the turnkey of the new building, our recruiting will begin to spiral back up with this NIL obviously spiraling up, and we'll be back where we need to be. If it doesn't, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
All right, let's switch gears a little bit, get off the NIL conversation. Unless
yes, please.
You got some thoughts about it, by all means, let us know.
We'll definitely hit it again later.
Yeah, we'll be talking about it for the next 8 years, I'm sure. But anyway, Auburn traveling to Israel July the 30th. They're going to play the under-20 national team twice, August 2nd, and then a few days later, August 6th. And then they're going to play the the senior national team on August the 8th. Both opponents should be major tests for Auburn with their physical style play. National teams, these are teams that are going to play in the Olympics, so they no doubt will be very, very good. They're going to play by international rules, so 24-second shot clock. Basically no goaltending. You can take a ball off the rim. Like you said, I wish we had Walker Kessler back. But Johnny Broom, he may have a field day.
He may. That's Andy, with being the basketball nerd that I am, having followed the game so closely, we've gotten a lot of positive things from European basketball. I mean, even when I was coaching, we started coaching some concepts like the European throwback pass. Nobody ever threw the ball right behind them for a 3. You know, a lot of things that they've done with the game, we have incorporated in America. And Auburn will get all they can handle when they get over to Europe.
No doubt. Should be a lot of fun, and we think some of those games are going to be televised.
Yes.
We think. So that should be a lot of fun. Don't go anywhere. We've got another segment of the Auburn Blitz coming your way right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs. Or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house, you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the river region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker! Brubaker!
You can Absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Only about 20 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by Russell Dewitt Center, Big Fish Real Estate, and Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. Three wonderful corporate sponsors here on the Auburn Blitz. We could not do the show without their support, and three wonderful businesses here in this local area. So go and check them out if you can. Support those if you will. Talking about Plainsman Park, we mentioned this a little bit earlier in the week. Plainsman Park was built 30 years ago, so basically 1992 was when it was unveiled. It was considered the preeminent park in the entire country. I think it was even voted the best baseball park in America by Baseball America. They did a big write-up on it. It was a wonderful thing at the time. Green Monster out in left field, it was very unique. Top of the line. Well, that was 30 years ago. So we're talking about renegotiating or extending Butch Thompson's contract. We're talking about taking care of the assistants. Alan Green says that's a priority. That's going to be taken care of. I think Tim Corbin makes 1.6. Butch Thompson makes $1 million. So he's right there. But if you could bump him up, I think he's like 8th in the SEC. You could bump him up $100,000, $200,000 a year and get him a little bit more competitive with some of the guys right now because of how good he has been. But also talking about what do you do about Plainsman Park? How can you upgrade? For a guy that goes to a lot of baseball games, what are some of the things that you would like to see Plainsman Park improve?
Well, Andy, they're talking about premium seating. I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know if that means, like some suites. There's room, especially behind first base, for more seating if they wanted to expand the baseline seating. I love the idea of seats on top of the new lab down there. That would be a unique place to watch a baseball game, elevated. And you mentioned a couple of things that make Plainsman Park unique. The Green Monster, the parking deck where the people stand on the parking deck overlooking the stadium. This year they opened up the area out there and a lot of folks, especially for the regional, just packed in out there and bring
Like
your
a
own
green
chairs.
area.
Yeah, bring your own drinks, the whole deal. But I can't get season tickets. I can't. They're sold out. And especially after us going to Omaha again, you can forget season tickets next year if you don't have them already. So we need more seats where we can get more people in there, however they do it. I like the little terrace area. A lot of people like that bring their chairs for that. They could put more seats there. There is plenty of room to increase capacity. And I'm just going to say this. I was at Omaha, met a very nice gentleman and his wife from Oxford, Mississippi, and we were talking about facilities. And he said, dude, y'all stadiums, it's not cutting it. And I said, well, it's cozy. He said, yeah, it's too cozy. He said, y'all seat about 5,000? He said, we have 5,000 standing room only people at our place. So when you look at Bluebell Park, Andy, and you and I have talked about this off the air, Bluebell Park, LSU's brand new stadium, Ole Miss's facility, Mississippi State, which is the Taj Mahal of college baseball. I don't care what we do, but let's do something, and let's do something now to keep Butch Thompson. Because believe you me, if Mississippi State ever comes up with another opening, they will open up the checkbook for Butch Thompson. He loves.
You're probably not going to have to worry about that for a couple of years.
No, and hopefully not. But look, I know Coach. Coach loves Auburn. He loves Auburn. He and his wife Robin. And he don't want to go anywhere. He wants to see this thing through. And I'll tell you somebody else. Now, Tim Hudson, Tim's doing fine financially. You know, he's in a non-paying role anyway. And Gabe Gross probably doing pretty well. Carl Nonamaker, he's one of the unsung, and Butch said this on that Tiger Talk. Carl Nonamaker has done so much for the Auburn program in development of players and recruiting. I'd like to see him get a little more in his contract as well. So I'd like to see him expand the seating down both baselines, whether it's some suites above or some more bleachers and the unique bleachers. They're even talking about some seats above the Green Monster. Of course, I'm scared of heights. I don't know if I'd get up there or not. But let's get it done. Let's get it going. Yeah. We need a Neville that loves baseball to step up. That's what we need.
That's for sure. And I'm sure there's somebody out there but it would take a big time financial commitment to get, you know, all of that kind of stuff going. But
well, nothing's cheap anymore. It's not.
No.
But here's the thing. When you look at our program, and everybody says, well, it's just been the last 4 years. Yeah, but we're only one of like 8 or 9 teams in the country that have done what Coach Thompson and his staff and players have done in the last 4 years. Two Omahas, 3 Supers. Mm-hmm. Come on. we're in a great place right now with the on-the-field product.
Definitely.
We got to get it going off the field.
Speaking of one of those on-the-field products from years ago, Garrett Cooper, congratulations to him. He has made the Major League All-Star game, having a really, really good year with the Miami Marlins. First baseman, started his career in 2013 in the minor leagues and got his first shot in 2017 with the Yankees. So he was a 340 hitter at Auburn, so really, really good hitter back in the day. And he 6th round pick out of for the Brewers. So let's see, Frank Thomas, Tim Hudson. Frank Thomas made the All-Star game 5 times. Huddy made it 4 times. Josh Donaldson has made it multiple times, 3 times. Bo Jackson, Greg Olson did it once. So Garrett Cooper joining that crew now of Auburn All-Stars.
Pretty special.
Congratulations to them for sure. Got to take a break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Friday, right after this.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local Cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz, the final segment on this Friday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. If you're looking for some Auburn basketball flavor tonight, Jared Harper with the New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Lakers, 10 o'clock, ESPN2. Yeah. Jared Harper, kind of a fan favorite, I think, probably one of the biggest fan favorites that has come through in quite a while. Jared Harper there with the Auburn Tigers.
And Andy, he had a great year last year with the Birmingham team. I meant to get down there and watch. And he did make it up on the big squad. He did. I wish that he could stick and get on the Pelicans roster full time this year.
That would be nice. He deserves it. He averaged like 20 or 30, didn't he? I mean,
he was killing it.
I don't know why. Yeah. They feel like he can't. But anyway. That's what they do for a living. I'm sure they're pretty good at it.
Yeah.
July the 15th, on this day, 1876, the first official no-hitter in Major League Baseball history. We just celebrated his birthday a couple of days ago, George Bradley. Of the St. Louis Brown Stockings, no-hit, the Hartford Dark Blues. That's back in the old days.
Yeah. George made it the Blitz twice this week.
He did. Yeah, he ought to be proud. 1980, on this day, Johnny Bench hits home run number 314 as a catcher, breaking Yogi Berra's all-time record of home runs as a catcher. Since the home run record as a catcher has been broken by two men. Can you name them? Carlton Fisk ended up with 366 as a catcher. Johnny Bench ended up in 356, by the way. And Mike Piazza The all-time leading home run
Okay.
leader as a catcher, 399 home runs.
Wow.
Mike Piazza. I think drafted in the 68th round.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
Never can tell.
Never can tell. 1996, after 2,216 consecutive games at shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr. moves to third base.
Mm-hmm.
Different position.
Yeah. Didn't matter.
Didn't really matter. He was a good ball player either way. Happy birthday on this day, Cowboy Copus. Candy kisses wrapped in paper. He died in the plane crash with Patsy Cline.
Okay.
Cowboy Copus, yeah. Along with Hawkshaw Hall.
That was a nice rendition, by the way,
Thank
Andy.
you very much. And I've got a cold, too. So. Alex Karras, born on this day, 1935.
Yeah.
He was in Webster.
Yes. I love that
He was
show.
also Mongo in Blazing Saddles.
That's right.
I think he was also suspended with Paul Hornung for betting on football games in the NFL, I think. So.
Oh, mercy.
Ken, I'm going to say Kercheval.
Kercheval. Yeah.
Kercheval, Dallas.
Okay.
Played, what was his character? I forget. He was like, I forget. Patrick Wayne, son of John.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in a lot of those John Wayne movies later in his career.
I didn't know
Big
that.
Jake.
Okay.
He's in that. Pretty well-known actor. Like Jan Michael Vincent, big fan of Airwolf.
Yeah.
Loved that show.
Yeah, good show.
He and Ernest Borgnine.
Yep.
Jan Michael Vincent, he was in a lot of Disney movies when he was young.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. And then he would became a raging alcoholic and eventually died penniless, I think, which is
that
a pretty
right?
sad story.
That is.
1944. Linda Ronstadt, born on this day, 1946.
Yeah, lovely.
Blue Bayou.
Lovely voice.
Oh, yeah. Great. Great voice. Artemis Pyle.
Allman Brothers?
Drummer for Leonard Skinner.
Leonard Skinner.
Pretty
yeah.
close.
Okay.
Survived the plane crash.
Yes, that's correct.
Artemis Pyle
Yep.
survived the plane crash. When he's still alive.
Yeah.
So hey, you can't hardly kill that fella.
No.
Artemis Pyle. Jesse Ventura.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking questions.
Jesse the Body.
Jesse the Body. Great role in Predator, by the way. This guy's dug in deeper than an Alabama tick. Great line. Terry O'Quinn, another, the great John Locke from Lost. No. It's Silver Bullet, the movie, the werewolf movie. No. Okay.
No.
Joe Satriani.
He is a guitarist.
Wonderful guitarist.
I heard one of his songs the other day on Sirius XM, and it was killer. I can't remember the name.
He can rake, as they say.
Yes, he can.
1956, Kim Alexis.
Yes.
Swimsuit model.
Lovely.
1960, Forrest Whitaker. You know, I actually happened to catch, I was just flipping through Turner Classic Movies. Tarzan the Ape Man was on with a young Bo Derek.
Wow.
David.
Change your life there for a minute?
I mean, you know, I remembered this movie from back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering now how I didn't watch that one again.
Hey, you know who died this week?
Wow.
Oh, Larry Stork from F Troop.
Oh, really?
You remember him?
I do not.
Okay. All right.
Brigitte Nielsen, married to Sylvester Stallone. She was Ivan Drago's wife.
Very intimidating.
Yeah, she's like 9 feet tall. She was also in Cobra.
Yes.
She was, And Damian Lillard, pretty good basketball player.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And he's one of those smaller guys that has gone on to make quite a career for himself. Damian Lillard, born on this day, 1990. Tarzan the Ape Man, Bo Derek. Wow.
Look it up.
I'm just going to say, wow. He is David. I am Andy. Have a great weekend, everybody. So long. We'll talk again soon.